yeah. I mean, I was just like, whatever. It was just, it's cute that their levels have a gimmick. Well, it isn't actually. It's a bit annoying, but like, in the context of life, um, I wasn't feeling the gimmick. Yesterday, I was kind of perturbed. I think it's because I had to go into the office yesterday, and it's just, I don't know. You know what it's like. Actually, I don't know what it's like. I think it's just because I've got the autism. So for me, it's just like it's just a bit overload going into the office. I'm just like, I can do all my work really quick. So you just end up sitting around, and I'm just like, oh, I just feel like I could be doing other stuff. Even if it was just for just for a selfless act, I could do anything. I could be learning something. I could be like drawing something. I could be making something. I could do stuff with my kids. And you just sit in the office, and you're just kind of like, ah. And also, so I actually work better when I do have like money, not money, what do I- like music, or I'm watching something. And I think that's just going to be something that more younger kids will probably understand as the new, I don't know what they're called now, Gen Z, X's, Alphas, whatever. They're becoming into the workforce. There'll be less and less, I think, need for the office because if business is going to continue the way it is, and they go and look at cutbacks, they'll probably just have eventually you're gonna have people like my age, like I'm coming up to my mid 30s. I'm sort of gonna be entering into that probably like the decision makers in the next like maybe 15 years or so. And like I'm not gonna be like pushing for people going to the office at all. And like, I'll just be like, yeah, if you guys just want to completely work remote, and I just say it makes sense business wise because it saves money on every practicality of like from owning a business to like having insurance for like the business. Because what I mean by that is like, it's just like the biggest expenses of a business that are currently like is unethical for them to cut, but they do anyway. Is people. What do I mean? It's like, people always tell me off for saying this because I don't think they quite understand what I mean. But I'm gonna explain it again, and maybe it makes sense. So basically, what I mean is, uh, if you think about a perfect business in theory, it would probably literally be the top core people of that business. Perfect world, it would just be one person. It would just be the CEO. It would be the guy who came up with the idea. Because we always have to remember that no matter what company you work for, whatever, there's a head somewhere. Even if you're a conglomerate, even if you work for McDonald's and it's not the guy who runs McDonald's, it's the guy that owns. I might even be wrong with this. Maybe McDonald's was the best one. Owns the chain of McDonald's. I think McDonald's is his own, but like Subway. Subway, I think, is owned by like Kraft Food or something. So it'd be like the president of him or the CEO of him. It's probably not him, but he'll be the CEO or whomever. Ideally, if he was said to him like what would be the perfect business, he'll give you bullshit and be like, well, we're providing loads of people with jobs, blah 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 blah. He doesn't really care about that. Um, like I'll get to that point in a sec. He doesn't really care because he's a businessman, and like most people go into business because they just want to own the world. Really, it's like I always ask this sort of question to people who are very obsessed with money. It's like what is the limit to you? Like when would you say I don't need any more money? Would it be like if I gave you like $1 trillion, which is I think the world only has like 100 and I gotta be careful, like 300, no, 400 trillion maybe. So if I gave you like a 400th of the world, would that be enough, or do you think like you would still wouldn't retire? Because some people, it just doesn't seem to like they care, and it is just a game at this point. But the problem is, it's like a bit of a broken game because it's obviously not surprising that. Hang on, I can barely hear this. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like it's not a surprise that um I lost my train of thought. It's just because I couldn't hear myself. Yeah, so businesses are just like looking for ways to save money. So if you ask like the top person of the business, ideally they don't want to be paying for all the workers really. They make out they do, and there's like incentives for them to do it. But ideally, if some genius could come up with some completely super, just everything's done autonomously with robots, and they're the only chief and top person in it, that's probably going to be the cheapest overall because yeah. So we're just going to put into the first conundrum, which is just kind of like how valuable life is, which is great. And that is actually how it should be. We should be doing that. But the problem with that is that when you employ people, just opens up this massive litany of just like risks that you now opens yourself up to. And I get it for like people who are just like CEOs and they're just like starting a small little business up and they're just kind of like hiring people. It's like it's a minefield because you're just kind of like, great, we've got to get insurance, we've got to get like some kind of medical pension. There's all this stupid fire safety shit that we're gonna have to do now. It's all this like someone's going to be a first aider. Everything's going to be like made sure it's like for every single disabled people, everyone. It's going to have to be like sexism and anti-harassment, all this like stuff. Someone's going to be assigned like the marshal in the place. Do you know what I mean? It gets into this. Not only that, you've got to like pay them a salary. Then you've got like the problem that they're going to like be sick. If you've got women, they'll have to get kids. There's nothing wrong with that, but they will. The men. Well, sometimes men jump around more because they're trying to look for higher paying jobs. So you just don't have stability, even if you hire people that they're going to just stay around because, you know, it's a double-edged blade. Jobs have made it so difficult to get jobs, and that almost people just feel like the system is rigged against them, that they almost have no loyalty to actually when they do get jobs. So a lot of the time they just know that you can't work for a job for like 5 years really, and you're going to like double your salary. You could probably do that in 6 months to a year if you just like jump from job to job, because it's just the practicality of the world now is that when you're in a job, it's like with women, it's like when you're already married, women find you attractive because they like when you are already employed, when you are got a woman that's after you or was married to you. And it's sort of the same with a job. Is that once you're in employment, it's quite easy to jump from job to job because you can just people are like, oh, well, you must have some talent then, and then you just usually stay till your like probation's finished, and then you can justify jumping to the next job. And people always say like in the recruitment process, they'll be like, well, it doesn't look very good on your CV if you do that, but they're just lying to you because they want you to stay there for like years and years. They don't. The people don't care. They'll look at your CV and just give them that excuse, just like, look, this is the reality of the world. Because sometimes even jobs that open up, they kind of are only wanting the people there for like, because it's if you work there for in the UK 2 years, you kind of really can dig your heels in. Most jobs will have a probation that's like 3 to 6 months, but it's actually the 2 years that you need to be in a job before they really get any rights. So for like the 2 years that you're there, you're kind of always on tenterhooks, and if you just piss off the right people, they'll just find ways to get rid of you. Um, but after those 2 years, you are kind of like protected quite a lot of more rights. Um, but jobs will know that, so they almost play the fact that they expect you to be jumping around to they sometimes will just be like after 2 years they'll just come up with some bullshit excuse to like get rid of you because they'll be like, we've just decided we need to change the system of how we're doing things and there's just not enough budget, or just they'll come up with something. They might even just lie to you just to make it easier for them. So my point is it was funny because I went to this convention for my job, and I was listening to people, like very high up people, talking about that, like, because my role was in a customer orientated role, I was in the sort of the customer facing side, and you were hearing like some of like the head of customer success, so in very big like companies, blue chip FT SE companies, And it's like, yeah, they all just say the same, like, kind of boilerplate. We love our employees, la la la, opportunities and that. Um, and it was very self-inflating, self-flattering. A lot of self-ingrat. It's just everyone's just there patting each other on the back. And it was on it was on the last day because we had to be there for 2 days, and it was like, oh, it was just kind of, I was like, I don't know, I think I was just feeling a little bit like boisterous. I was in the audience, and I was just so tempted to like bring up this hypothetical about how, because he was going on this thing about talking about how much he loved all the staff, how he had a vegan butcher, and he like hired him on a whim because he was like, oh, he sounds quirky, and I was like, oh, great. So again, Merritt doesn't. He wasn't really making a good point because he's just like his whole mantra was just like you should take a guess on people, and I was like, so great. So again, just don't worry about merit. It's just on a whim. If you like football and he likes football, he'll probably hire you. But if you've got 10 years, the experience of the sector I'm in, then tough shit. It doesn't matter if you don't like football. Do you see what I mean? And I was just kind of like going to say about how the whole thing of robotics isn't really sci-fi anymore. It really is coming to fruition, and it's happening faster and faster. And everything that you're seeing at the moment, the army, they'll have 10 years ahead. So everything you're seeing now, like what we're just about seeing, like the pretty good robots that are like able to kind of walk around. Not ironically, nothing compares to like the game we're playing now, but like. Well, that's actually funny in itself because in theory, you wouldn't really. I don't think you wouldn't have a human in the robot because it just makes no sense. I think we've all established that drone warfare is just the way forwards, and it's just a weird thing that almost like no sci-fi artist was able to like think about drone. I mean, I think they've done it in some things, but it's like all this sort of mecha animes. You always got like Gundam Wing, and it's like you got this one, and pretty much any sort of like Japanese 90s 2000s stuff of robots is always like they're always in the suits, but it wouldn't make any sense. Why would you be in the suits? It's just such a risk. You just be a drone. You just have like Elon's done. You just have like his SpaceX satellites that can just give like 5G or whatever the best special. It won't even be 5G, but like special army internet coverage. That'll just probably be like a terabyte a second, like Wi-Fi coverage. So like if you are sending drones out, you can just have the best latency, and you'll just never ever have any issues. Suddenly, have soldiers just probably. Funny enough, you could probably have soldiers in your home. You could just give me a pair of VR headsets, and just I'd do it. And every time my guy died, it would literally on your screen, it would just say like then it'll boot down, and it'll just let it go loading back up, and it'll just be like you'll just be a drone, another one, it'll just come out of another factory or a hole in the ground, and you'll start being able to just pick up a gun, and it'll just be like a game. You just start shooting like Arabs in the desert, and that will be basically what will happen. And it'll just get to a point where I'm not even kidding. It will be like Metal Gear Solid 4, where Kojima almost got it right because he was like, it's all going to be sort of proxy warfare, and it's all going to be based on like humans that are kind of infected with nano machines. He nearly got it right. So it's just going to be robots. It's just going to, and again, he danced on the idea because he had Raiden. Raiden was sort of like an android, but he was like mostly human, just with robot augmentations. But again, like he just I don't know if it was just maybe an artistic, creative license. He didn't want to just have drones because it was a bit boring, and that is unfortunately what is gonna. I'll talk about future of warfare. Uh, but yeah, I think that's it. Um, so yeah, I don't know if it was like yeah, Kojima did just sort of think like, oh, it's not fun enough to write about, like, or he just didn't have the vision in his head that that could happen because you never. Again, it's always like when you're hearing about like the sci-fi angle. Like think about I don't know when Metal Gear Solid 5 actually is set actually, so I don't know, but everything is quite futuristic in it. So but like, isn't it weird that even when like Snake is like in Iraq or whatever it was, like he was like so limited by communications. Like Otacon had to like send that little thing to come in with him, but now If he was there now, you could just give him like he'll probably have like a phone that is like, it's just made of paper, and you can just fold it up, and you'll just put it, and it would be covered by like the satellites because he's part of the US. And for some reason, like yeah, we couldn't fathom that in the future. We couldn't. We're still gonna have like limited, croaky, crackly, like good telecommunicate. But then at the same time, we've got like Metal Gear geckos, which are like they have like humanoid legs. Um, but anyway, the future of warfare is basically just going to be countries will just be buying and just designing the best mechs, and it will just be countries instead of killing humans because they're too valuable, they'll just dispute their wars using. They'll just fight in desolate areas. They'll go to like unknown, unmanned islands, probably like over in Russia or China or somewhere, and they'll just like drop off like tons of drones, and it's how they're gonna just. This is weird because there's so much money to be made in like warfare. That is another thing that they got right in Metal Gear Solid 4. It's just the two things that really, really, really push like innovation and technology and upgrades is like warfare. So if we did start doing that, even though it would be really wasteful because we'd just be basically just blowing, but there'll probably be some kind of like cleaning crew that will just like dissipate and like recycle it all, and it'll just be like a huge waste of time and effort. But I don't know because I just don't. It'll just get to a point where like if like a country was just low enough to just attack another country and kill actual civilians, they'd probably just get like the UN would just classify that as just the worst thing ever because life has just now become so precious, hasn't it? Because we're going to get to a point very soon where it's like there's just going to be no need for humans to do anything, and I don't think people are prepared for that. I think a lot of people are sat here and they're still thinking that's not going to happen. But there will be a point where robots will be able to build houses, and they'll be able to like do the most dexterous things you thought, but you can think about. And then what's worse is once you start having a robot that can repair other robots, and it's got an AI that is like self-learning on top of that, that's when it's going to get really scary. And I think we have basically already got AI that can do that. So we just need to load that into an interface which is able to basically create something, ergo, a robot, then just let it go and see what happens. Because effectively all AI will do is it just basically consolidates like all information and then tries to find like the best answer from that. And I'm not 100% sure obviously how that works, if it's just based on what gives something more reliability. So is it like upvotes, Kiora question answers, what's got the most likes or something like that, like aspects and things like that. I don't know, but it's very interesting. And then you've got actually the other part is the quantum side, which is it's still at its infancy. However, again, the sort of results that we're going to be getting from that are going to be just insane. Like they the quantum computing actually does really strike fear into crypto. Um, and it's a shame because crypto could be used as a very efficient way to save data, but now if quantum is something that actually is going to become something more, I don't think it's going to be something that'll be every day. That's not quite how it works. Although I don't know, because it'd be interesting to see like what an AI and quantum could do. Because quantum's effectively, it's like it's very good at being able to solve something that would take a classical computer like years to solve. Because effectively it uses like quantum superpositioning. So you basically have these things called qubits, which are like their version of their cores. I believe you have to like the temperature has to be astronomically below it. It's got to be like I think it's like liquid or helium or something or hydrogen. It's the one that's like it's like a tenth of a degree above absolute zero, which is just impossible to get to by theory of like thermodynamics. Um, and at that point, it's like if you ask it sort of an open-ended question or question, it effectively will show you every answer possible. But like the it's like the correct one, I almost want to say. It doesn't really quite make sense, but it's like it just basically abuses like the laws of quantum mechanics, which essentially it's like here the observer's error or something, where if you observe this like the subatomic particles, it will automatically determine which one is the corresponding one just by you looking at it. And the weirdest thing is I think they've recently worked out that if you use mirrors, it gets over that issue, which means that we should actually now be able to observe things on a quantum level a lot much easier, because one of the biggest issues of what we were having was observer's error is essentially, I think it's like it's just an issue that once it's being observed by a pair of actual human eyes, and again, I've only like I got a scratch in the surface. Like it's like you observe it, and then that then determines. But if you use a mirror and you take a picture of the mirror's reflection, that doesn't do anything, I think. And it's like it's one of these weird like things that kind of maybe that makes sense, but it doesn't. And I just think I don't know if it's like our brains. This is a weird theory I've got where it's like our evolution has actually just put our brains to a level where we're not designed to process things that we can't process. There's obviously like other like dimensions out there which we just can't fathom. It's not needed in the sense that like a two-dimensional stick man doesn't really need to understand the concept of like depth. It doesn't really matter. It's like we don't really need to understand concepts of maybe like gravity completely. And people go, well, we know what gravity, but we don't. We don't actually know what creates it. We know how it kind of works, what makes influences it, but we don't know what makes it. There's no subatomic particle that we see. There's no graviton. It's just, oh, it's just if something gets bigger and weighs more, it just has more gravity, and we just accept that. It just happens, and we don't really know. You know, it's such a weak force. It's actually the weakest of the gravitate of the electromagnetism. Sorry. Oh no, foundational, not foundational. Oh my god, fundamental forces. Is that it? There's like four of them. Weak, strong nuclear energy forces. Sorry, and they kind of hold subatomic particles together and allow like big cosmic radiations and stuff like that, and black holes. Then you've got electromagnetism, so that's going from like infrared to ultraviolet, and then you've got gravity. And I think gravity is the one we know it was the weakest of them all. And you want to know why? It's because there's hundreds and hundreds and millions and billions of different universes, and we're just viewing gravity at this stage. So there's like going to be loads of universes which are going to have universes that'll be different levels of gravity because we're feeling it through other like multiverses, I believe. And that's why it's so weak, is because I don't know. And you've got like dark energy, and you've got like dark antimatter. So for the people who aren't listening, I'm going to tell you a really big secret. And obviously, like, I don't really have anything to back this up. However, it just feels like this is correct. And I think that, sometimes they say that, like, no, I think this is true. Like, sometimes they say, like, sometimes you just need someone to have, like, almost like a bit of uh, a very general kind of, like, explain it to a 5-year-old idea of a theory, even if it's, like, a big scientific one. And then you can let someone else try and, like, work out the more, like, the more factual mathematical side to it. And there's no problem with that. I'd still argue both were equally able to contribute to that. I think that has happened in science a lot, where people have speculated certain things, and it's not until like recently, like I think some of Einstein's theories have come true because they were again really obviously strong theories that people were like 95% sure on, but there was that still little wiggle room. And then we've taken a picture of the black hole, and we're like, oh, okay, well he was right about that. And same with Hawkins and stuff. Because there were still people who didn't really believe like black holes were necessarily like what was conventionally believed to, because they don't really make sense again if you kind of like think about what it is. It's like a singularity of insane gravity about the size of a pinhead, and it's able to distort space-time. And yeah, there's all this talk about we might even be in one of them at the moment. We don't know. But anyway, I digress. So essentially, how I believe a gravity generator works. So you're like, whoa, what's a gravity generator? So I think when it comes to things like levels of, how do you travel and stuff, um, humans have come quite a nice way, haven't they? We've gone from like being cavemen, using horses, building like wagons, eventually having ships and stuff, galleons, and then having the train, or moving to like your first car, and you got like the first plane, building like tanks, a lot of stuff going on the war over that time. So you got tanks and battleships and armored vehicles, and then more conventional cars, modern vehicles, and then you end the war. You've got like jets, and you've got helicopters and nuclear weapons, jet planes, jumbo jets, conventional electric cars, sports cars, very modern tanks, super battleships with like laser cannons, and then we got space rockets. And it's like, they all kind of follow the one main theme, I suppose, which is it's following like your basic kinetic energy to an extent, and then you're using like on the second end of it, you're using combustion, aren't you? You're using sort of, coal to make steam, petrol, which is just a little explosion in the engine, which is then making turbines go. Jets, which are aviation fuel. I don't know, kerosene probably. I don't know what goes in jet fuel, but it's still an explosion, isn't it? It's basically just a controlled rocket, and you're basically just lighting a rocket and then attaching like a computer and a person in it. And then you've got space flight, which is I think predominantly just kerosene and like liquid oxygen, and that's great, isn't it? It's like, but I think that's the limit. And why do I mean that? Because these are things which are operating in what I probably would. This is gonna sound crazy. In like a fourth dimension area. So as a result, things are going to get limited by certain like parameters. So you're going to have things like I gotta think for this. Okay, got it. So you're gonna have things like, hang on, I gotta think about this. Yeah, okay. So you're going to be stuck to certain laws that prohibit you. So, for example, you can only go as fast as the speed of light. Uh, you're going to be impacted by forces, wind, uh, gravity, other factors and stuff like that. But I think the next stage is gonna utilize gravity, and I think we're gonna like understand a lot more about kind of how it works. So this is where it gets to like tin hat mode. I think essentially how it's gonna work is plasma is gonna play a lot into it. So we know there's 4 states of matter: liquids, solids, gas. There's actually, there's a 4th one's plasma. I mean, it's. I think most people in physics know, but I think most people know 3, but not necessarily the last one. If you say like, what is the sun made of? A lot of people just say fire, and you probably just let them off. You're like, but it's not. It's plasma. And there's a lot we do and don't know about plasma. But plasma is basically quite interesting because it's just basically like a super mega excited blob, I suppose, of free particles and energy, which causes it to just like act away. Like if you look at the surface of the sun, it just like it creates generally like, loads of magnetic waves and tons and tons of radiation, and like exorbitant amount of like energy is being released. So you got to remember Einstein's theory, E equals mc squared. As a result, we know to some extent, well, obviously energy has mass, but so hang on, I'll think about this. Energy has mass, yeah. So if you could take something like plasma and you could like supercharge it with so much power, and this is where the tough part's going to be, because it's actually how do we create that power. You need some kind of power source which can do that, and that's the bit we're stuck at because we don't know that. And that could be like, I could go into lots of things in a minute, but yeah, so you need to like supercharge this like bit of plasma. It'd be like it'd just be like what I suppose the engine would be, and it would just go absolutely crazy with electricity sparks and stuff. But the point being is, as it gets heavy, more energy goes on it. It should weigh more. And now this is where you're probably thinking, okay, so this is where I need help with. But I think by utilizing a set of superconductors, or there might be, this is going to sound insane, an exotic material which might be able to generate anti-gravity. So you could use that to counteract it. And the only reason why is because your question is going to be, well, if you do that, the ship will just get sucked into it. But by using something that can create equal amount of anti-gravity, that would keep the ship from breaking. So again, this is all super speculative, but the idea then being is then once you've got the ship that's able to, once you've got something that's got the exorbitant amount of gravity, you can just kind of open a small gap up, to which direction you wanted to move omnidirectionally, and the intense amount of gravity would then propel the ship to a crazy degree. And we know gravity. I think gravity. Oh, hang on, I gotta be careful with this. I think gravity. The speed of gravity, yeah, and the speed of light are exactly the same. So why is that important? Because that's the part that you need for E equals mc squared. So the other compartment is you need to have something that's going speed of light. So when you then do that, yeah, I think you can. This is gonna sound mental. I think you could go faster than the speed of light. Because gravity, I don't think is technically it's not a fourth dimensional force. I think it's above that, and I think there's like 12 different dimensions. I think it's higher than one of the top ones, and we're just feeling like the really low down one. Like you can imagine, like humanity is like hell. You know, there's what you call it? Oh, I forgot what it's called. It's like Dante and like the 7 levels of hell, or whatever it is. It's like humanity. Sorry, reality is like that. So you know, like how you'd have one dimensional just be something like it's a concept of thought, or I don't really know how you can really fathom what a one-dimensional thing is. To be fair, a dot, I suppose, an atom, maybe that's 1D, and then you got 2D, which is just like a stick man, or just something that's not got any like concept of something that hasn't got concept of like. Life, really. It doesn't have. That's hard. I don't know how to explain. Like moving on to like 4D, which is like we're interacting with time. So the difference, I suppose, between a 3D is I could maybe show you a 3D thing, but it's not alive, is it? It's not actually like moving and reacting. And I guess that's weird me saying that, but I guess it's hard for me to understand. Yeah. And then like I think there's more. So there's a different dimension above us, which is like there's something that we're not able to interact with, and there'll be something on the fifth plane that's going to be like looking at us, being like, we're so primitive, we're not even able to do this. But there'll be something that they're not able to do, and there'll be something looking down at them saying, look at these guys, they look so primitive, they're not even able to do this. And that could be like things like what happens after death. So maybe that's it. There might be something above that's just like, these low-level peon creatures are even so afraid of the concept of death they didn't understand it when they die. It's all just you're all just an algorithm or whatever. So I think that's what essentially we're going to discover is that we need to find some kind of like energy source to be able to create like an in-sort. It's going to have to be crazy because let me think. Yeah, we're talking like making another sun. So like probably like uh like what Professor Octavia tried to do, and you see when he did that, it created loads of magnetism. Well, that I think would happen in real life, but it wouldn't just be the metal; it'd be everything. Because I think we're going to find out very quickly that if you do that, it is going to do that because energy does equal mass. So if you think you can just build a sun in the middle of like the desert, which weighs like I don't know, do you know like there's like these neutron stars? If you want to like learn like how insane like matter can be, and like how I guess energy can actually how dense energy can be. So you have a neutron star, and a neutron star weighs I think about the same as like a sun, but it's only like 2 kilometers in diameter or no, it's like whatever New York is, smaller than the moon. But anyway, these things are. Oh, I don't want to be. I think they're like super cool stars, and they get really small. But they end up like spinning, I think, insanely fast and creating some of the like most violent like magnetic storms coming from it. But they weigh, I think, almost the same because I think I don't know. I don't want to be stupid and say because they're spinning, it all gets condensed or some shit like that. But all the matter just gets turned into like exotic matter that we're not even 100% sure what it is. We just call it like some kind of like uh, free quark soup because it'll just be full of like excited particles, and we're just not able to create those environments because we're just not able to make something of that scale or create environments like that. But anyways, like a teaspoon of like that star weighs more than I think like the whole of the Mount Everest. So like, or not, yeah, the whole. If you just cut the Mount Everest and just crapped it, it weighs more than that. So I'm just trying to think. So okay, I'd probably assume probably like a meter box then of that would probably weigh probably like the Earth. So you've got to think like I don't know how much gravity the Earth makes. It probably does make quite a lot in respects to everything in space. But you see what I mean? I just think we're going to need to be able to create is some kind of system where it's nuclear or we're going to use antimatter or. But that's the problem. I don't even like the idea of antimatter, and I'm going to explain why. Because with antimatter, we're just going back to compulsion again. Even a nuclear weapon is only 30%. I know it's worse than that. It's like 15 to 20% energy efficient. Because all of it is just getting wasted on the sound and light, and then like the microwaves and gamma rays that come off it. My guy looks insane. Yeah, so this mission, I wasn't feeling it. It's like, oh, there's satellite cannons, and they're just indiscriminately just shooting like tractor beams, which are somehow powerful enough to like go all the way down through the clouds. It's crazy.
As promised, Carla has agreed to serve as our guide.
I was like, try to make it convincing.
I'm quite enjoying the routine.
I'll get over it.
Main system activating combat mode.
Look at the state of me.
Here we go, tourist.
Look how much health I've got.
I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one.
What is with owing people stuff? Why can't people just do things for you? Why is everything got to be like, you scratch my back? This is what the world's come to. Makes me sick.
This elevator goes straight
Makes
to
me
the
sick.
The outer shell.
Yeah, look at my guy.
That's beyond my territory. I mean, once you're out there.
Yeah, so these things don't even make sense. I think once we start to move into like gravity, even these robots will be better.
Went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
We've arrived at the top. Sending in new marker data.
I'm just trying to think. There is some reason why
This altitude where we
gravity can move faster than speed. Oh, because there's evidence of things like we can see space is expanding faster than light, and I think it's gravity is the only thing that can be doing that. I think. Okay, so I need to try and get under this. Genius mode. Genius. Big brain mode activate. Impossible. Bloody impossible. Impossible. How? How is that possible? This is all a bloody scam. No!
2 repair kits remaining.
Are you having a law? What?
At 30%. 1 repair kit remaining.
Utter garbage, man.
No repair kits remaining.
That was insane. Coping, Holmes.
Intruder detected in Forbidden Sector.
Oh, okay. I can take a hit. Would I like to know I've got a hit? Probably. Oh, you... No. Where's out? Krusty, run out!
That must be the PCA security system.
Oh. Not for much longer. Ooh. This is what happens when you go for the king. Ooh. He's not supposed to intimidate him. How did I get out of this one? Okay. This is insane.
Well, nowhere to hide now.
Oh, good.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay.
Intruder detected in Forbidden Sector. Terminating target.
Forbidden my ass. I'm like, more like castle on my ass. Right, so waste all these motherfuckers of it. Ow. Who's shooting me? I'll kill you. Who is it? I
Well, nowhere to hide now.
Brute force it is then.
guess it separates the boys from the men here, doesn't it? Oh, oh, oh! I made that. Okay, the forbidden run. You ready?
Right. Nice move.
Oh, just like to. Oh god. Great. Please get a shelter. Huh? Where are those bombs coming from? No. Oh boy. Fuck you. I did pretty good.
We're not far from the cargo launcher.
Intruder detected near closed facility.
Might as well clean up while you're here, tourist. Never did care for the upstairs neighbors.
Who's shooting me?
That's what I like to see. Let's get the cargo launcher ready.
There. Access the container.
Look at how happy my guy is. Resupply? I barely even used it. Didn't even need to. Is there a penalty for doing it? Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Oh well. I wanted to fight the boss.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected.
Oh, here we go. Who is this?
That machine.
Oh boy. Dude, I'm not in the best mood.
That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Whoa.
Smoke from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
Whoa.
By a bunch of mad scientists, tourist.
How do I be it?
Institute. The dirty work survived.
AP at 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
There's a sea weapon out for someone to trip over.
I'm getting reamed. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Right, I can do this.
Guess it just can't be the Institute.
Oh, is that what you think of it? I think I'm intimidated by that. I just need to change my weapon. Alright, I'm ready. I know what I'm doing though.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. You found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
The coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary
Oh, Jesus. I mean, what do I do?
Taking damage. Good upgrade.
AP at 50%.
It always hits me.
Raiden, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I think.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Right.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Sorry. I just can't resist cheating.
We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Khan. Now what's it doing here?
The claw response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raiden.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fire's by this Institute. The dirty work survived.
2 repair kits remaining.
Shoot, come on.
Taking damage. Keep it up, Raiden.
At 30%.
Raiden, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
There's a sea weapon out there somewhere to trip over.
AP at 50%. Light and definition at 50%. AP at 30%.
Whoa. Goon oil.
It's taking off.
Goon oil.
Watch out.
Goon oil.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't we get
Goon oil. Goon oil. Goon. Ah! Goon oil.
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raiden.
Smash it up, tourist.
I'm gonna go. I'm gone.
Guess you just can't lead the Institute.
Did good. I was close though. It's a fun boss. I think I can get it.
Now, if you could
I
just step
think I
inside.
can get it. Did I get it?
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Khan. Now what's it doing here?
Don't know.
Claw response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raiden.
That was not good.
By a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Institute. The dirty work survived.
AP at 50%. At 30%.
Raiden, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
Oh, I know.
There's a sea weapon.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raiden.
Oh, don't you fucking worry, I know.
Remaining.
Ooh. Why did I go into it? Why am I going into it?
AP at 30%.
It's hard. It's very tough.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy
They didn't make this game for, you know.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
The crow is supposed to be a generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Institute. The dirty works of light.
2 repair kits remain AP at 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
How do I even do that?
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
No repair kits remaining. AP
Look at that. I don't know. I really don't know. I just can't get hit by claws. My guy's not fast enough.
Now, if you could just step inside.
I think this is the one where you gotta like.
Enemy detected.
That's where you gotta have a fast guy. I think.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist
Maybe there's like a
is sea
jank I
spider.
can do.
One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
The crow is supposed to be a generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this maintained Institute. The dirty work survived.
AP at 50%.
Mm,
2 repair kits remaining.
whoa!
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
AP at
Why is it not going back up?
repair kit remaining.
How? I can't even get out. No, I pushed the wrong button. No, I pushed the boost button. No, I pushed the boost button. No,
Evasive action.
I pushed the boost button. No, no, I pushed the boost button. No. You gotta just ride it, man. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Light and definition at 50%. Light shoulder and vision at 50%.
It just can't be hit. No, let's be hit. No being hit. I lost the run to RNG. balls. I think I need to use someone who's like a bit faster than that.
Enemy detected.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Control the smoke from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this may have taken the Institute. The dirty work survived.
One repair kit remaining.
Oh, crazy. It's just get absolutely murked.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait.
Oops.
Enemy detected. That machine.
Found a sea weapon. That tourist
Wonder if
is a
this.
sea
Yeah.
One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. What's it doing here?
Control the smoke from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this may have taken the Institute. The dirty work survived.
AP at 50%.
Keep it up, Raven.
AP at 30%.
Raven, your aim is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
How do I dodge that? I don't know.
There's a sea weapon out for someone to trip over.
Crazy.
What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
AP at 30%.
Push me.
It's taking major damage. You can do this, Raven.
Smash it up.
Oh, that would have probably been it. That probably would have been it.
Now, if you could just step inside.
This game is brutal.
Enemy detected.
I get really angry, I do.
That machine.
Great.
It's like, look how many things I gotta like do here. I'm like,
That tourist
it's not even good
is a
enough.
spider.
Like, no. This game needs to be much harder. Oh, great. Okay, good. Great. Make sure you watch out for the barrels, because they can interfere.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this may have taken the Institute. The dirty work survived.
Look at it. Exactly. It just goes actual barbaric, doesn't it? I can't even like. Oh. Hey, buddy. Yeah, alright. What's my name?
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
No repair kits remaining.
Fuck this, mate. This game's sorry. Look at it. Come on, heal up. Come on, where's all this? Nothing. Nothing.
50%. Light and ammunition at 50%.
Come on, no, no. Oh, that was jank. That was jank. Fly's coming on.
What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
AP at 30%.
Push back, tourist.
You can hit just as hard. It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raiden.
No! Oh, I hate it. No. Oh, this is brutal, isn't it?
Now, if you could just step inside.
I'll get there eventually.
Enemy detected.
I'll get there eventually.
That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists.
I don't know how to dodge it. I don't know how to dodge those red beams. I don't. I'm sure I'm supposed to do something.
Now, if you could just step inside.
But if I'm gonna get hit by them, I can't.
Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider.
Why is it
One
not
of the
on?
Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Native Institute. The dirty work survived.
AP at 50%. One repair kit remaining.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
Great.
30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged.
I'm aware.
Course of action.
I don't know what to do. How do I get it out?
Leaves a sea weapon out for someone to trip over.
I don't know how to dodge the red laser. Not sure.
Now, if you could just step inside.
I probably don't want the minigun. If I'd be perfectly honest with you, I might consider changing it.
That machine.
Great.
It could probably.
That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
A coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Native Institute. The dirty work survived.
It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good, hairball fans. Always get hit by that. I don't know how. This is magnified. No, I was lucky, isn't it?
Action.
There's a sea weapon out for someone to trip over.
Why did it do that? Oh shit. Oh.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, you idiot. I can't believe you. You idiot.
Point. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Khan. What's it doing here?
The crawl response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
It's no ordinary machine.
Machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fire survived this near to the Institute. Victor Inc. survived.
Repair kits remaining.
Oh god.
AP at 50%.
Taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
Oh no. This game is fucked.
No repair kits remaining.
This game is fucked. Right.
AP at 50%.
Whoa.
And ammunition at 50%.
Whoa, dude.
AP at 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged.
Ah, I love gun.
Action.
There's a sea weapon out for someone to trip over.
Oh, great.
What the? It's taking off.
Another crawl response. Watch out.
This could be some dead R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
Light and ammunition at 30%.
Guess you just can't beat the Institute.
Can I buy other stuff?
Now, if you could just step inside.
Point. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Khan. Now what's it doing here?
really do need to dodge those, don't I?
Taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
AP at 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Go
Alright,
for
right.
course of action.
Okay, that's right. I'm gonna have to do it again. I think I need to buy a better gun. Shit. Does the most damage. Ooh, I mean that, yeah, I mean look at this. Ooh, can you charge it? Dude, I'm about to go ape. You think you can kill me, mate? Now I'm really
This
pissed.
will be our third sortie together, Raven.
Now I'm pissed.
Main system activating combat mode.
Here we go, tourist. I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one. This elevator goes straight to the top of the grid, the outer shell.
It never runs
Sadly,
out.
that's beyond my territory. Me? What's your other? The PCA satellites see everything. A few of the stupider dozers took it as a challenge, went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
We've arrived at the top. Sending you new marker data. This is minus 7. At this altitude, we're within firing range of the PCA satellites.
Is that right?
Intruder detected in Forbidden Sector.
Forbidden sector.
Terminating target.
That must be the PCA security system.
Whoa. Take it, not gone. What? What?
course it is then.
How? Whoa. Whoa. Stupid robot, you think you're gonna beat me? Ah! Oh boy.
Don't get fried.
Oh.
That's
Nice moves, tourist.
Winner. Look at my guy. Oh my Willie. Oh. I'm gonna go.
Intruder has escaped satellite range. Raising threat level.
we're not far from the cargo launcher.
Intruder detected near closed facility.
Might as well clean up while you're here, tourist. Never did care for the upstairs neighbors.
Wait a minute, wait. No! No!
That's what I like to see.
Oh.
Let's get the cargo launcher ready.
There. Access the container.
Alright, we're gonna pray. This will be a
Now,
bit
if you just
easier.
step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Oh yeah.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
What's in the generator? This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires of Ibis may have taken the Institute. Victory looks right.
One repair kit AP at 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action. It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
No repair kits remaining.
Oh, I don't want to use those, yeah.
AP at 30%.
Okay, it's interesting.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Oops.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider.
Not two in a row, sorry.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
This is terrible. I'm not doing good at all. I might pick the wrong weapons.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected.
What? Why won't it let me change my shit?
Now, if you could just step inside.
Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Coral response from the generator.
Hmm.
This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Maintainable Institute. The dirty work survived.
One repair kit remaining. CP at 50%.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
AP at 50%.
Ooh.
At 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on base of action.
Nice to see what
I love nuts. Okay, I think I need to use that more. Just go in for the kill.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Mm-mm.
Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a
Not
sea
good.
spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Oopsie.
Response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Maintainable Institute. The dirty
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
2 repair kits remaining. AP at 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on base of action.
Oh, it's hard. It's like Elden Ring. This is just like, this is a sci-fi
Now, if you
Dark
could just
Souls.
step inside.
I'm alright with
Wait.
that.
Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon.
Look how much the game punishes you for trying to cheat at the start.
Coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
It's like, how dare you?
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists.
How dare you?
Fires by this Maintainable Institute.
How fucking dare you?
Survived.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
Oh boy.
At 30%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on base of action.
It's like, how dare you?
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Yeah.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here? Fires by this maintained institute. Victor and Mark survived.
2 repair kits remaining. AP at 50%.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
Hopefully. Okay.
AP at 50%.
Raven, your AC is damaged. Focus on evasive action.
What the?
Oh, it's
It's
open.
taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No. That's that. Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the institute's
That
relics
tourist
left to haunt Rubicon.
is a ceasefire.
What's it doing here?
The coral response from the generator. This is
I love
no
it.
ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was made by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist.
Oh, I love it.
Victor and Mark survived.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
1 repair kit remaining. No repair kits remaining.
Oh, this is a nightmare. I don't want to get in. Just can't even get in.
What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
AP at
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raven.
No.
Tourist.
Where is it? No.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected.
No.
That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider.
Oh god.
One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
No idea.
The coral response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was made by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this maintained institute. Victor and Mark survived.
1 repair kit remaining.
It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
No repair kits remaining.
Ah. Ah.
AP at 50%.
Ah. Ah.
AP at 30%.
Ah. Ah. It sounds like Batman needs to take a giant dump. I'll go there.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Have it.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Recon. Now what's it doing here?
Control response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven. It's taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist.
How did that miss?
Fires by this Maintainer Institute. The dirty work survived.
2 repair kits remaining. One repair kit remaining.
What the? It's taking off.
Another call response. Watch out.
Now, this could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
No repair kits remaining.
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raven.
Smash it up, tourist.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Push back, tourist.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't know what to
Just
do.
need the Institute.
I'm assuming I gotta fly up and hit it. What have I got? Is the minigun? Yes. I think I got a pin. I think I gotta go for it. It seems to be doing the most damage.
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Recon.
That's what we want to be doing. We actually want to be chasing it.
Call response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this.
I actually don't want to be running from it. I think
Now, if you could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Great. Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here?
Call response from the generator. This is no ordinary machine. Be careful, Raven.
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this Maintainer Institute. Their dirty work survived.
It's taking
Nice.
damage. Keep it up, Raven.
One repair kit remaining. AP at 50%.
What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop.
AP
Wow.
50%. AP at 30%.
Where is it?
Push back, tourist.
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raven.
I can't believe it.
Smash it up, tourist.
Light and ammunition at 50%.
I'm gonna know. No! Okay, that's fine.
Now,
It's
if you
okay.
could just step inside.
Wait. Enemy detected. That machine.
Just gotta go for one complete run,
Found a
you know?
sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Khan. Now what's it doing here?
What's going on? What's happening?
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. The fires of Ibis came to the Institute. The dirty work survived.
Taking damage. Keep it up, Raven.
One repair kit remaining. No repair kits remaining.
What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
This could be some good R&D data. Can't move it back to the workshop.
It's taken major damage. You can do this, Raven.
Smash it up, tourist.
HP 50%.
How can she slap? How can she slap? Oh, that was tough. I fought it though eventually. That was tough.
They were using coral.
How can she slap?
Fuel.
That was quite the show, tourist. How about we get back on track? Hop in the container. I'll operate the launcher from here.
No. Yeah, could you imagine if you had to fight another boss?
Brace yourself. By the way, tourist. You're Walter's hound, right? Well, guess a dog can't choose its master. But still, tough luck. I feel sorry for you. I
How can
really
you
do.
stop? I love they still use trains.
Oh, and one more thing. You know the cargo launcher's strictly for cargo, right?
Hmm?
No one's ever used it to launch themselves before. At least not in one piece.
Oh my god. How the fuck would this work? They're gonna slingshot cargo from one end of the labs ever. I don't know how that would work. You probably could. Yeah,
Your luck
exactly.
changes.
To use electromagnets. What?
Raven? see it too, don't you? The voices of the coral. Currents coursing across Rubicon.
Sorry.
Walter was correct in his judgment.
Sorry.
It's here, in this desolate place.
It's like, oh.
Augmented human C4621. Entering standard mode.
Looks like you've made it to the central ice field, 621. Good. I'm done tying up loose ends. Arquebus found their own way in, and are ready to deploy survey squads. And it looks like Balam's come running after you scoped out the place too. You know what's going to happen. Business as usual. But you can make it work for us.
Can I?
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. D-rank virtual encounters are now available in the arena. These correspond to the middle ranks. We invite you to further hone your technique.
You think you got pussy ass?
Raven, I was looking into the arena, and I discovered something you might want to know about. It's a network service that was labeled Nest, with no obvious clues about its purpose. From what I can tell, it's a special mercenary support program, encrypted and kept secret. I've installed a back door, so you'll have no trouble getting in as you please.
Nest. Oh, I see. No. Don't. Oh, I don't feel very good. Long range shotgun. Special shotgun. Stud. Was that? Looks horrendous. Oh, I think I've already got that. I think. Nah. Nah. I mean, okay. It's just nothing better going for that. The hell is that? That looks insane. I don't need a booster. What was that? do. Fine. Born con artist. You really think you can beat me, dude?
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation.
Oh, he looks
Program.
quite tough to me.
Number 22. Entering rank D. Subject AC. Li Long. Call sign. Gun 3. Wu Hua Hai. Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Interesting, very interesting. You must be getting tired, little boy. Little Yugi. Hi! Oh! Little Yugi. Ooh. You must be getting tired, little Yugi. You must be getting tired, little Yugi.
Target destroyed.
That's how you know it's a good one.
Evaluation. Well done.
Told you. Cool. Little Yugi. I've been playing for 2 hours. Oh my
Arena
god.
Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. Number
Jesus,
21. Rank D. Subject AC. Candle ring. Call sign.
Candle ring.
Freddy.
It looks cool.
Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Interesting. Interesting. Where is he? Oh, you bastard.
AP at 30%.
Uh-oh. No. No. That's unlucky, isn't it?
Main system activating combat mode.
No, he needs to be doing this better.
AP at 50%.
Ooh, got him. Boom. Just like slopped him with a bullet.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
It's starting to get hard, you see. But he's hard, isn't he? Candlejack. Do you guys think you could beat Candlejack? I don't think I could beat Candlejack. Fifth squad leader, the Vespers, Chris Group Call Committee. I mean, that just sounds sad. I don't want to beat these guys. They've all got like these checkered past.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. Number 20.
Wow.
Rank D.
He's got a blade and a plasma rifle.
Subject AC. Reconfig. Call sign V5 Hawkins.
Interesting.
Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Where are you? Good. He's got a shield. How? We can hover, can't we?
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, bastard. Very clever. Very good.
Main system activating combat mode.
Very good. Oh, that won't work, will it? Ah! Ooh, this isn't good, is it? I'm not doing very well. Ooh.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oops. That's probably not good.
Main system activating
Yeah, it's
combat
probably not good. Now, fire goon oil. Ah, oh no. Ooh. Willies and Pooh. It's Willies and Pooh. It's Willies and Pooh. It's Willies and Pooh. I need it.
Main system activating combat mode.
No.
Main system
I could just keep going
activating
good.
combat mode.
I'll just keep on. Oh, that's close. I need to go to the. Oh, I'll do one more. It's very fun.
Activating combat mode.
Oh. Yeah, I don't. another one. Another one.
Main system activating combat mode.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
AP at 50%.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
At 30%.
Oh, I mean that's something like it. Yeah.
Main system activating combat mode.
No.
AP at 30%.
Crazy.
Main system activating combat mode.
Oh, I gotta look at that.
AP at 50%.
It's been a pleasure knowing you, buddy.
Target destroyed.
I knew it'd get it eventually.
Evaluation. Well done.
It's like Doctor Strange knows he'll kill him eventually. He was hard as fuck, wasn't he? I'm a bit worried about, like, my gun, street gun. This is gonna be horrible. Oh.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 19, rank D. Subject AC, Headbringer. Call sign, Gun 5, Iguazu.
Climbing slowly around.
Commencing evaluation.
Main system activating combat mode.
Interesting. I'm aware of that. Oh, it's not good, is it? Ooh.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Sorry, dude. Nothing personal. Nothing personnel. Kabuki. That's me, my face when I'm about to kill.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 18, rank D. Final evaluation.
Wow, this guy looks like something.
Subject AC, Shinobi. Call sign, Roku Monsen.
Good luck, dude.
Commencing evaluation.
I feel bad when I have to blow you up.
Activating combat mode.
Bad time, but he is king.
AP at 50%.
I'm gonna come.
AP at 30%.
Nut brain. Ooh.
Target destroyed. This concludes D rank evaluation. Well done.
No, just wasted his ass. Just sprayed his ass. Look at that man. A little pussy.
Incoming comms.
Congratulations, you have surpassed rank D. We hope that our aid has helped push you to achieve greater things. All Might exists for all mercenaries.
A 10 can kiss my dick. Just too much.
A job for you, 621. It's a request from one of the Balaam companies.
Attention, Gun 13 Raven. This job comes from our
Gun
subsidiary.
Raven.
The operation will take place in the central ice fields, Yalmar Mine. We want you to stage an attack on the Arquebus survey camp located there. After digging into the ice field, Arquebus launched survey drones to gather data. Whatever they found is sure to contain clues as to the whereabouts of the Coral Convergence.
I'm sorry.
Put simply, your job is to seize the data. We're counting on you, Gun 13.
Excuse me? You saying I have to goon all over the game?
621. Are you
Oh,
still hearing
bullbag.
things? Tell me if it happens on the job. I'll make adjustments.
What are you talking about?
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Extract the data from the birth survey drones. Get out.
Look at this. This game looks beautiful. Oh boy. That's pretty janky, huh?
Solo HE. Must be an independent merc. Could
Bailey's money, no doubt. Intercept!
621. Eliminate obstructions as you see fit. But remember that the data is your priority. There. Commence retrieval, 621.
Remnants of the fire still drift in Rubicon's atmosphere. Like the one we passed through during our journey here.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, dude, wasted it.
That makes 2.
Even the Rubiconians have forsaken this lifeless place. If the PCA has their eye on it, Coral must be involved.
AP at 50%. Two repair kits remaining. Light and ammunition at 30%.
Excuse me?
That's 3.
Who knows what's out there on this vast sheet of ice?
You in the AC! What are you doing here?
Looks like their MTs just got home. Shut them down.
Light and ammunition at 10%. AP at 50%. Light shoulder ammunition at 50%. 1 repair kit remaining. Light and ammunition depleted.
Oh. How the fuck do we do that?
Left shoulder ammunition at 30%.
I'm gonna net.
AC! That must be the independent Merc. Shut it down before Balin gets hold of our data.
Eliminate them, 621.
Wait. Put this down.
Good shit. It's identifying as PCA.
2 repair kits remaining.
I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna nut. I'm
That's
gonna
not
nut.
subject card. They sent in an enforcement squad.
I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna nut.
621. That's an LC. PCA's rank and file, and a big step up from subject card MTs.
Be careful, Raven.
I'm gonna nut.
AP at 50%.
Why are you buying? Take that fullback head.
No repair kits remaining.
Russians making a second approach.
Take that fullback head, okay? Look at this. Look at this guy today.
They've deployed drones. Intercept 621.
Rifle definition at 50%.
Get onto the deck, 621. Disable
Dude,
the
look at
motion by
this.
smashing the bridge.
Dude, look at this one. I'm gonna about to go.
AP at 50%.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go. Dude, look at this. I'm about to go.
Enemy warship is taking critical damage.
Dude, I'm about to go. Dude, I'm about to go.
Systems compromised.
It's going to blow
I'm
up.
about to go.
Get clear, 621.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go. I'm about to go. Oh man, that is so wicked, man.
before Bailiff gets hold of our data.
I'm about to be.
621.
I'm about to be.
Wait, what's that sound?
I'm about to be.
That ship. It's identifying as PCA.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go.
It's not subject guard. They sent in an enforcement squad.
Raven, fight back!
621. That's an LC. The PCA's rank and file, and a big step up from subject guard MTs.
Be careful, Raven.
I'm about to go.
Remaining.
Oh, you idiot.
No repair. Right-hand ammunition at 50%.
You kidding me? Oh man, okay. I get it.
We've deployed drones. Intercept 621.
I get it, man.
Get onto the deck, 621. Disable the warship by smashing.
Island nuts. Alright, fine, I'm done.